effortless, healthy French habits that you can copy. What is it about the French lifestyle that they can eat and live in a way that is healthy, but also not obsessive? Instead of trying to be better and do better and be more productive and get more stuff done constantly, they prioritize pleasure and leisure, enjoying themselves, taking the time. So today I'm gonna share with you these 8 habits that you can adopt as well. Number 1, work to live, not live to work. This mindset is deeply ingrained in French culture. Of course, work is important, but it's not your entire life. People will do their work diligently, but they will also really protect their time outside of work. Lunch breaks are long, often at least an hour, maybe even more. It can go up to 2 hours, and you're not expected to do any work while you are on your lunch break. And the dinner that you have when you get home as well is super important. It's time for you to have your long family dinner and not be worried about work. Same thing for vacation, super important. French people get a lot of paid time off. August in France is basically time where nobody is working. It's very chill. A lot of people just take the full month off. There's also much less pressure to turn your hobbies into side hustles. You can read or paint or crochet or do whatever just because you enjoy it, and not because you can potentially learn to monetize it in order to make money from it. So this all creates a culture where life, not work, is in the center. Number 2, prioritize presence over productivity. Unlike in certain countries where success is tied to constant productivity, being on the move all the time, in France, the ability to pause is valued. Meals, for instance, is an activity we do not like to rush. When French people eat, we like to be fully focused on that meal and take a real time to pause. Even if we don't have a lot of time, like in our workday, we're going to take a real 10 to 15 minutes focused on what we're eating. You also won't see a French person eating while they're walking down the street or eating in their car. That's because they see eating as an activity in itself, not just the end result of being full. The whole process is to be enjoyed. And the same goes for cultural activities. Whether you're spending an afternoon at a museum or you're just walking in the streets of Paris, French people like to take their time. And that's because in France, it's not really about checking things off. It's about doing things that you enjoy and really appreciating the moment while you're there. This also explains why French people don't have this constant need to optimize everything. It's not about waking up all the time and seeing all the stuff you need to get done. Yeah, sure, that needs to happen, but it's also about being like, okay, what do I want to experience today? Number 3, rest without guilt. In France, rest is not earned. It's just part of life. It's seen as very weird here to brag about not getting enough sleep or to brag about working so many hours. It's really totally normal to just take some time and cozy up with a book, or take some time to sit at a coffee shop and chat with friends about your day, or chat with your coworkers, or just people watch, or just take the time to stroll down a park and enjoy it. In the French work week, there's even a day that's dedicated to doing nothing. Sunday. Usually most people don't work Sundays, and most shops are closed, most restaurants are closed, most bars are closed, and people will just have a full day to relax, wake up late, spend time with their family, have long family meals, and be able to enjoy going to the park with their loved ones and just watching movies, reading, and then doing relaxing activities with their friends and chatting. It's a day where nothing really is expected, and you also know that you can't really go anywhere or get anything done. And the beauty of it is that you have now all this time where you can just relax, no guilt. Number 4, cultivate quiet elegance. French style is not about perfection. It's not about copying trends. It's not about being completely overdone. It's just about doing something that is enjoyable and that makes you feel good. It's important for French women to dress in a way that makes them feel good, and they will tend to be well dressed, even to go buy some bread or to go to the grocery store, walk their dog, because it's something that they do for themselves. Usually, French women rather tend to invest in high quality, chic, timeless pieces, and then maybe they're gonna get an accessory or two, or like one or two items of clothing that are more in the current trendy fashion. But the goal is to be rather minimalist and then be able to really express their creativeness through their style. And this way of doing things extend to beauty as well. For sure, skincare is important in France, but it's not necessarily to hide your flaws or to try to have the best skin possible and like this huge 10-step skincare. It's more about caring for yourself in small, consistent ways that are going to make you feel good and look good. Usually with hair, nails, makeup, French women tend to be a little bit more minimalist than American women, tend to be less overdone. And in France, the obsession with anti-aging isn't as important in a lot of other places. Like, sure, it's important to age gracefully, but things like Botox and fillers and like all the anti-aging stuff isn't as prevalent in France. Most French women are able to embrace aging as just this natural process, and that doesn't mean that they don't want to look as beautiful as they can, but they want to do so in a way that's more natural and elegant. Number 5, value real conversation. If there's one thing French people don't really enjoy, it is small talk. They love to have deep conversations everywhere. So here you see my family having a deep conversation at the dinner table. French people aren't really afraid of getting into deep topics, talking politics, or having debates on a lot of different things. Again, it's not really about the small talk, it's about getting deep right away. Like usually in France, it's not super normal to like talk about the weather or ask about how you've been without expecting the other person to actually get deep. And this may seem like a small thing, but it's actually pretty big because it really enables true connection and true friendship. And in France, once you have friends, they may be a little bit harder to get than in the United States, for instance. French people may tend to be a little bit more standoffish in the beginning, but once you're friends with them, you're friends for life. This is a living habit that is actually a huge plus. You know you have people to count on, you know you have people that are there for you, people you can talk to, and it's very pleasant. Number 6, eat everything, just not all the time. I know it's a huge cultural shock for tourists when they come to France and see that people will eat pastries like croissant, and they will eat cheese and bread and wine, and yet they will stay healthy. The secret is that they just don't do it all the time. If they have a nice little pastry for their breakfast or their snack, then they're gonna make sure that they're not also having a double cheeseburger for lunch and a pizza for dinner. If they know that they're gonna have an apéro with their friends with some nice cheese and bread and wine, then maybe they're gonna have a lighter lunch and prefer a fresher salad. Then they're gonna have a more simple breakfast and not have the pastry. French people have a lot of structure as well. They rarely snack throughout the day. It's about having 3 meals a day that are well portioned out, that are satisfying, that they enjoy, and that are balanced. And then of course there's room for some treats, just not all the time. It's also helpful that there isn't this obsession between good foods and bad foods. Like for us, a good food is just one that tastes good. You don't really care about the calories or about how fat it'll make us or the sugar or the macros or whatever. Number 7, protect what matters. French people are pretty good at setting boundaries between their work-life balance and also just boundaries in general. They have their non-negotiables, like their long family dinners, non-negotiable. Their long conversations with friends at the terrasse of a cafe, non-negotiable. Time to do their hobbies and things that they actually enjoy, non-negotiable. French people also have no problem spending hours upon hours at a terrasse, which is an outside area of like a bar, restaurant, coffee shop, And French people will just sit down, grab something to drink with their friends or their coworkers, and then just chat and look at people walking by and look at the beautiful scenery. This is such a typically French thing to do that we like to do it most when it's sunny, of course, but you will catch people in the rain doing this still because it's just part of the culture. Number 8, enjoy the journey, not just the results. If you look at the American way of doing things, a lot of it is about goals. You need to finish the project. You need to lose the weight. You need to get the promotion. But in France, there's just a deeper appreciation for the process of all of it. With cooking, for instance, it's not just about the final meal. It's about finding the right ingredients, making something that's deeply going to satisfy you, that's going to taste fresh and delicious. The whole cooking process is enjoyable because you know that you are going to give your body nutrients that are going to help it have more energy and be more satisfied. You know that you are going to enjoy the moment, that it's going to taste good and feel good. That's why cooking isn't really seen as a chore in France. It's a chance you get to give your body something good. I guess it's also a reason why French people like to walk a lot everywhere, because they enjoy the act of getting there, the journey. It's fun. It's not just about being where they need to be. And when it comes to wellness in general as well, there's no obsession with results. And this means that there's also no need for things to go super fast. French people are going to be less obsessed and less desiring to get a result in 3 days. They understand that it's about taking the time to do things correctly. And again, the end result is just one of the aspects. So I think we can all agree it gets annoying after a while to watch video after video telling you how to be more productive or how to turn this into a side hustle and get more done. So maybe the secret isn't about doing more, but instead about slowing down. This doesn't mean that you're not doing anything and that you're lazy. It just means that you are focusing on what matters and really prioritizing that. Hopefully these 8 French habits will help you in shifting your mindset from performance to presence. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like it and subscribe, and see you on my next one. Bye.